Ladies and gentlemen, over the last 2 decades, anti-VEGF therapy has transformed the management of retinal diseases. We have learned how to preserve vision, improve vision, and in many cases, prevent blindness. Yet, one major challenge remains durability. Our patients with diabetic macular edema and neovascular age-related macular degeneration often require repeated injections over many years. While efficacy has improved dramatically, the burden of treatment continues to challenge both patients and the physicians. Today, I will discuss how Faricimab, through its unique dual pathway inhibition of VEGF-A and angiopoietin-2, is helping us address this challenge by combining sustained efficacy with extended durability. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no financial conflicts of interest to disclose. Traditionally, our intravitreal injections such as bevacizumab, ranibizumab, and aflibercept primarily target the VEGF pathway. VEGF is undoubtedly central to vascular leakage and neovascularization. But it is not the only pathway involved. Angiopoietin-2 contributes to vascular instability, inflammation, and breakdown of blood-retinal barrier. Therefore, the theoretical advantage of Faricimab is that it provides dual inhibition, anti-VEGF-A and anti-angiopoietin-2 activity. The second major advantage is durability. One of the greatest limitations of anti-VEGF therapy is the treatment burden. Patients with neovascular age-related macular degeneration or diabetic macular edema may require frequent injections for many years. This creates problems of cost, compliance, hospital visits, and treatment fatigue. Clinical trials have shown that Faricimab can maintain visual outcomes while allowing many patients to be treated at extended intervals, including up to 16 weeks in appropriately controlled patients. In neovascular age-related macular degeneration, the TENAYA or Lucerne trials demonstrated that Faricimab produced visual outcomes comparable to aflibercept with extended dosing intervals. Similarly, in diabetic macular edema, the Yosemite and Rhine trials demonstrated that Faricimab achieved visual outcomes comparable to aflibercept, while a substantial proportion of patients could be maintained at longer treatment intervals. So, the important message is not necessarily that Faricimab produces dramatically better visual acuity than aflibercept. Rather, it can provide comparable visual efficacy with potentially fewer injections. The third potential advantage is its biological mechanism. Angiopoietin-2 antagonism may improve vascular stability beyond VEGF inhibition alone. By simultaneously suppressing VEGF-A and angiopoietin-2, Faricimab may promote greater stabilization of the retinal vasculature and reduction of fluid. This is particularly attractive in chronic diseases where vascular instability persists despite VEGF suppression. So how does Faricimab compare with other agents? Compared with bevacizumab, Faricimab has a more sophisticated mechanism and robust phase 3 evidence in major retinal diseases, although bevacizumab remains extremely important because of its very low cost. Compared with ranibizumab, Faricimab offers the advantage of dual pathway inhibition and greater potential durability. Compared with aflibercept, the comparison is more interesting. Aflibercept is already highly effective and durable. Therefore, Faricimab's principal advantage is not necessarily superior visual acuity, but the possibility of achieving similar efficacy with extended treatment intervals. Compared with brolucizumab, Faricimab may have an important practical safety advantage because brolucizumab has been associated with intraocular inflammation and retinal vasculitis, vascular occlusive events in Western eyes. But in my long series, I did not find any such events. And compared with pure VEGF inhibition, the major innovation is therefore dual pathway blockade by Faricimab. So, Faricimab does not simply try to achieve better vision, it tries to achieve durable vision with fewer injections by simultaneously targeting VEGF-A and angiopoietin-2. However, I would avoid claiming that Faricimab is universally superior to all other anti-VEGF agents. Aflibercept and other established agents remain highly effective, and the choice should depend on the disease, the response, injection burden, safety, cost, and accessibility. Thank you for your attention.